I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello and welcome to another episode of First Date. My guest today is a comedian and he's also the co-founder of Socially Inept, which is a tech roast show where he roasts tech guys on stage. It's super fun. He's also on tour. You can catch him online. He makes really funny viral social media sketches. Give it up for Austin Nasso.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, of course.
So I found you online. One of my friends sent me your video, and you were doing a Trump impersonation.
Okay.
Of liking Terry Black's barbecue.
Oh, I think it was literally me probably promoting my show. Yeah, that makes sense.
But you were like,
I'm like, we love Terry Blacks. I think I said, we love the blacks, specifically Terry Black. Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah. So my
Yeah.
boyfriend owns Terry Black's.
What?
So yeah. So whenever you did that, it got sent to me by a friend of mine who knows that and was like, oh my God, this comedian
That's amazing.
made a viral video about Terry Black's. I was like, oh my God, his Trump impersonation is fantastic.
Thank you.
Then I sent it to my boyfriend because I was like, this comedian did this.
Yeah.
And so it started circulating between all my friends.
He started Terry Blacks? He made it?
Yeah.
Or is it like a lineage of...
No, his dad is Terry Black.
Oh, that's such a ridiculous thing. His father is Terry Black.
Terry Black.
Okay, so that's a guy. That's a real guy.
But he made the restaurant in honor of his father.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
Did
a crazy
you-
family story.
Did you know he was did you meet him knowing he was the heir of Terry Black's?
Well, he's
Or like
he's
were you
the-
eating
he's the
barbecue and he like
star of
popped
it.
out or something?
No, so I went to his restaurant and I met him at his restaurant
Okay.
through a mutual friend. And I thought he was the busboy.
Was he serving and stuff?
He was. He came up to me in an apron.
Oh, it was like an undercover boss kind of thing.
I guess so. And he looks average. Like he's medium ugly.
Okay.
So I thought he was just the busboy.
Okay.
And when he was like, what can I get you to eat? I was like, I don't know, whatever protein. I'm on a keto diet. And then he brought us the food and we sat down and then he sat down with us and I was like, this is fucking weird.
Real. And then at some point he just said, I own this place.
No, I was partying that day. It was actually that day we finalized the contract for this podcast.
Oh, wow.
So I was like ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, like this is such a great day for me. So we went and we partied. And then he asked me if he could take me on a date. And I was like, it's weird. I've never dated a busboy, but like, fine. But I didn't say that. And we went paddle boarding and then we paddle boarded to his lake house.
Wait, so hold on. It was that long until you like
3
learned?
days.
Okay. So at
I
first
thought he
you
was
thought he was
busboy.
a medium ugly waiter.
Busboy.
Busboy. That's lower status.
And then yeah, of course,
Okay.
right? There's ranks in a restaurant.
Okay, so you thought he was a medium, ugly busboy. So you must have liked him for his personality
He was very, very
or
fun.
something. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was a cool busboy.
He was a cool busboy.
Nice.
And then he took me to his like mansion and I
You
was like, wow.
paddleboarded to a mansion?
We did.
That's
It wasn't far.
preposterous.
And then I was like, wow, you do really good for a busboy. And he was like, I am not a busboy.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, but this show is about you, not
Yes.
me.
Okay.
Our audience knows about me.
Yeah.
So what is your dating life like? Are you single? Are you married?
No, so I just got engaged.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Last weekend. Wait, no, two weekends ago.
Oh, just recently.
Yeah, on the 21st of September.
How long have you been? Oh, that's like right around my birthday.
Really?
It was the 15th. Not to make it all about me. When did you meet your girlfriend?
So we started dating. My girlfriend's Marlene, or fiance now is Marlena. We started dating senior year of college.
Okay.
And I'm 29, so 7 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
What does she do?
She's a recruiter at a tech company, but she's going to become a...
Did you roast her?
Actually, at an early part in the show, when we didn't have any following or fans, we didn't have enough people to volunteer to be roasted. So we had her come on the show to get roasted, and it really wasn't good. Like, it didn't make sense at all. But yeah, she was roasted at one point. And then she is studying now to be a marriage family therapist.
A what?
MFT. So it's like a therapist for marriage, family,
Marriage.
family therapist.
A marriage family therapist.
Yeah. So like
How
couples
does that
kinda
make
thing.
you feel? Like, what if you guys have problems? Is she gonna try to like?
I feel like it's the best case
evaluate-
scenario for me
Okay.
because she is very adept. She's very high emotional intelligence, way higher than me. I feel like I'm more of a. Even though I make fun of a lot of tech people, I feel like I kind of am more like a socially inept tech bro, like closer to that.
Okay.
And she's way more socially adept and good at understanding people and empathetic. And
Yeah.
so I feel like that's good.
How did you get this girl?
I don't know. Her friend, one of our close friends was in my improv team in college. And she kind of like set us up. Like, I remember there was one night where I just moved into a new apartment senior year and I invited them over to hang out. And then my friend on the improv team just left. So she just basically airdropped Marlena to me.
Yeah.
And we like made out. And then we were in like a situation. Yeah, we were crazy. We like made out while listening to Blink 182. And then we were in sort of like a situationship kind of thing for a few months. Cause I was just like, basically, I was like, it's senior year. I can't commit. It's senior year.
God,
like,
what
I
a
have
basic dude.
It was like very basic and I really didn't want to commit. And I'm like, I'm going to get with so many chicks. I can't do it.
You did not say that though.
No, it was like implied. I thought that I could.
Guys don't tell girls the truth like that. You wouldn't say I don't want to commit. Did you say I don't want to commit?
We mutually understood that it was senior year.
Did you understand that it was senior year? And
Yeah.
she
No, I told her. And she was like, yeah, well, she didn't want to commit. Like we were both kind of on the same page.
okay.
And it was, I wish I realized earlier that Marlena was like a good person that I want to be with. It was really interesting because I feel like up until then in college, I had two other girlfriends before her and I like would go on like dates and stuff, but it was really horrible. Like
Why were they horrible?
it was just like, it was like always me like having a crush on someone and then like just getting ghosted.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of sad.
So only two girlfriends before
I had a girlfriend
her?
in high school who was truly horrendous. And then I had a girlfriend right when I got to college. I like made out with this girl somehow. We were like both going to the like freshman football game. And then she said something along the lines of never leave me like they all do. And
That's a red flag.
yeah, but I did like her too. And then like for some reason that made me feel bad. And then I was in
Oh
a
no, and then
relationship
you did
for-
what everybody else did.
well, no, we were together for like 9 months and then we realized it wasn't a good.
This is such a wishy-washy train of people that you've dated.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But now you're in love
Yes.
and you're engaged
Yeah.
and you never have to go through that again.
Yeah.
So
Marlene's way
that's
better.
nice.
She's way better.
Do you want to have kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably. I think we're both on the same. Marlene and I are like pretty in sync on most things. Like we're on the same page probably in like 5 years,
Okay.
maybe like 34, 35.
How old is she?
29.
Okay, yeah, you have time.
Yeah, we're both 29.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
37 and pregnant, so it's never too late.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, Whitney Cummings was like 40, right? She was 40.
Is she 40? I didn't even know she was 40.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And she had a baby. So
Is it okay?
you have plenty of time.
Does it look correct?
What?
The baby?
I thought you were talking about my vagina. I was like, nothing looks correct.
No. Whitney Cummings' baby. Is it normal? It came out.
Yeah. What do you
Is that
mean?
a bad question?
He's so cute. I think he's cute.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's like
All
a normal
babies
size
come
and
out
stuff, like
looking like a
healthy.
potato.
Okay. Yeah, they come out. They don't look.
None of them do.
They look weird.
They're little potatoes that don't know how to extend their limbs.
Yeah,
You know, they're just kind of
like somewhat malformed at first.
yeah.
Yeah,
they
that makes
all
sense.
look like
They need to grow into.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
They're
sense.
just squishy.
Oh, I wanted to tell you the embarrassing tale of before Marlene and I were exclusive. Well, okay, so this is really
I love that you want to tell me something embarrassing.
Well, it's at least somewhat funny. It's representative of how sad and pathetic my dating life was.
Great.
And my senior year, like,
Let's hear
ambitions. So eventually, like, so we were like hooking up from like September to February. I'm like senior year. And then Marlena wanted to be exclusive. And I'm like, okay, sure. Like I finally realized I should just be exclusive. I'm not seeing other people anyway. This makes sense. Then my friends wanted to go to Cabo. And I had this like idea of Cabo is like you go to Cabo and you like party and you meet girls. And I was like, wait, but I'm already exclusive. What do I do? You can't go back. You can't un-exclusive. And then I asked Marlene, I'm like, can we just like not be exclusive?
God, you're so cringe.
For Cabo.
Okay.
For like a week. And she was like, no, what?
She's like, no, motherfucker.
Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, but it's senior year. It's Cabo. This is my only chance to go to Cabo senior year.
You thought it was going to be like spring break.
I thought it was going to be like crazy.
Out,
Yeah.
topless.
So I go.
Shots of tequila.
And I broke up with her over this.
Unbelievable.
And I remember bringing a like large Costco size box of condoms to Cabo. And I kissed one girl in a club and then immediately cried and then called her. And then when I got back, the first thing I opened up was just like this sealed, like enormous box of condoms. Like that was taking up most of my luggage space. It was truly humiliating. That pretty much sums up like my ambitions.
Oh
of, like,
man, you were
trying to be a player.
severely disappointed.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I came crawling back and realized that I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have to take a box of condoms anyway.
A box.
Like a huge, like.
It was like unnecessarily large.
Yeah.
It was impractical.
Like, was it like a
was
carton? Like, you know how they
a
sell like a
carton,
carton
yeah.
of cigarettes
No,
and
it
there's like
was-
30 packs?
It was a wholesale amount. It was like,
From Costco.
Yeah.
It was like 300 condoms.
yeah,
Wow.
Not one was
Your
used.
expectations were so incredibly high.
yeah.
And you just hit rock bottom. But you know what? It made you realize that you really wanted Marlena, I'm
Yes.
sorry. What a name. Could have been a Marlena, you know, if you had one more shot of tequila.
Mm-hmm.
So what is like her biggest red flag? What's like the biggest turn off that she does?
We usually get along well. I feel like I have more red flags. I'd say if there's anything, and she knows this too, so it's not like a surprise, but she cries a lot.
Oh, does she? Wait till she gets pregnant. Tell me more.
But I actually prefer that. But I think a lot of people might see that as a red flag.
Why
Crying
does
a
she
lot.
cry a lot?
She's just like really like sensitive. She doesn't get mad. She can't scream. She'll like yelp. Like if she has to scream, she like just physically can't. So if like she's really mad, she'll just be.
And didn't cry?
It's like a puppy that like can't like.
That just died.
Yeah,
That's what a chihuahua sounds like
Yeah,
when it
like-
has a stroke.
Yeah, a stroked chihuahua. But yeah, she doesn't like. I prefer that because if I realize if I was with someone who would like, I'm from the East Coast, and then there everyone's mad, like angry. Like all the girls there would be, what the fuck's wrong with you? You fuck, like if they're mad, they'd be like that. But are you fucking serious? Are you fucking piece of shit? You're gonna do that? Fuck you. I can't. I would be. My immediate response to someone getting angry at me is to get so mad, and I'm just so happy that I prefer that she gets sad, because then I'm like, I feel bad.
Yeah, you'd rather feel bad.
I don't have an instinct of like getting mad.
You want to choke her out.
Yes, I don't.
That's good.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. Some people might see it as a red flag to cry a lot.
Yeah.
Be manipulative.
Yeah.
Perhaps. If I've done too much.
How long did you guys date before you made a move on her?
No, the move was made at the drop off, the first situation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because your friend
the
brought her
friend-
to your house.
To my apartment in college.
Oh, so you were quick to the punch.
It was quick to the punch.
You didn't.
Well, actually, I guess like the year, maybe like a few months earlier, I was interested in her and like tried to like hang out with her, and then I'm like, let's just go drive to Newport. We went to UCLA, so we were out in LA, and I'm like, let's like just go on a drive. And she's like, I'm studying now, and I'm like, all right, okay. And then I didn't really hit her up again
Oh, really?
until the drop off happened. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What is that book of? Is that a menu?
This is a menu of questions.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to ask you some of my main course questions. How do you feel about open relationships?
Open relationships. I don't see, like, I don't know. I feel like it
Oh,
could.
you sound like you're somewhat open to them.
So like we like have talked about this kind of thing in the past, and I think
With Mar-a-Lago?
with Mar-a-Lago, you just wanted me to do a Trump impression.
This episode is sponsored by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Casino app and have your favorite real money casino games right at your fingertips. New customers who use my promo code DATE and play just $5 will receive $50 in casino credits instantly. Choose from over 300 real money games, slots, blackjack, roulette, and live dealer games whenever you want. With more real money games added regularly, DraftKings Casino is changing the game with new ways to play. I like DraftKings Casino because it's the easiest way for me to play blackjack. DraftKings Casino has awarded over $100 million in jackpot winnings. If DraftKings Casino isn't yet available in your state, check out DraftKings Daily Fantasy app, where you have a shot at winning cash prizes all season long. And rest assured, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Head to the DraftKings Casino app right now. Sign up using promo code DATE, play just $5, and instantly receive $50 in casino credits. Have you ever had that light bulb moment go off in your head where you're like, dang, I wish I would have invested in that a little sooner because that's more money in my pocket? Today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing for you, your kids, and your retirement. You don't need a lot of money or expertise to invest with Acorns. In fact, you can get started with just your spare change. Acorns recommends an expert-built portfolio that fits you and your money goals. Then it automatically invests in money for you. Now Acorns is putting their money into your future. Open an Acorns Later IRA and get up to 3% match on new contributions. That's extra money for your retirement. I love Acorns because it's so easy to invest your money with. Head to acorns.com/firstdate or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/firstdate.
Oh, yeah, with Marlena. Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago. Okay.
Give me a Trump impersonation. They're
All right,
so good.
let's get to the real reason why I'm here. Mar-a-Lago. Mar-a-Lago. Marlena.
So good.
She's not gonna like that I made fun of her name, but
Well,
anyway,
technically I did.
You did. You called her Mariana.
And then you just
Yes,
played
and
on
it.
with
Yeah.
it.
Wait, so we talked about this.
You and your box of condoms.
Yeah, it was just me and
You're like,
my-
so listen, I have 300 condoms.
Yeah,
We could try this out.
I was doing a pyramid scheme trying to sell them all and have people under me sell them. I had to get rid of them. Okay, so the open relationship. Yeah, we like talked about that idea before. Like it'd be like interesting if we ever wanted to like hook up with other people or something like that. But I think we're both too like we would feel bad.
I feel like in the actual situation, it would be weird.
Yeah. Like there's a certain excitement of like new people and to see what that's like, but I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah. Like I feel like if I had a threesome and another girl came in, I'd want to see what she looked like naked, right? Like that, I'd be definitely down to see her naked. But then the minute she started making her way to my boyfriend,
And he pulls out Terry's black. Then what do we do? Then what?
I intercept and I'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
You would catch it.
Slut.
Really?
Yeah. I'd
Even
be
though
like,
it was-
what? Even though I invited her in,
Even
I
though it was
would-
agreed upon, mutually understood.
Yeah,
what
I
the
would flip a
situation-
switch and I'd be like,
You'd be like, you fucking whore.
leave and never ever
Get the
come
fuck
back.
out.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my man.
Okay.
You know, that's
Yeah.
how I would be.
Yeah.
So I think
Fuck out. Get the fuck. Get the fuck out, you fucking whore. Okay, that's what you'd say.
is that how I sound?
Yes.
That's how I would be.
I do impressions, so
I love it. Do you have any
Yeah.
other impressions in
No,
your pocket?
just that and Trump.
Just me and Trump.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. How would you tell? What's her name?
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
Marlena,
Marlena. Where does she get this name from?
her mother.
Wait, is she white?
Mexican
Okay.
and white.
Doesn't answer my question. Anyway, how do you tell this woman that starts with an M how she's getting fat? Do you tell her to lose weight? If she starts getting fat, how do you tell her she needs to lose weight? Sorry, that question was so crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was so
How do
crazy.
how do you tell her that she's fat?
If she's gaining weight,
Yeah.
how do you tell her that she needs to lose weight?
Well, you have a bold presumption that you need to tell her. That,
You do. So what? You're just gonna let her get obese?
I don't know. Not obese.
You gotta
but
think
like,
about
there's
these
like a medical.
things.
There's probably like a medical part where it's like it's probably good to talk about it. But if it's just like the aesthetic part, then how do we go about that?
Unless you're just
conversation?
into those thick girls.
I think we like would both just hold each other accountable. Like I told her to tell me if I'm getting too large. So, but I guess she didn't tell me that, so I don't know what the protocol.
Maybe because you're not getting too large. Also, men are allowed to get bigger.
Why?
Well, I think it's hot. I like big dad bods.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like big,
Like-
sloppy fellas.
I mean, not sloppy, but like my boyfriend's like 230 something.
5'4".
No, he's like 6 something, 6'1".
I feel like that's good. That's like solid.
He's like a big guy with a belly. He owns a barbecue
Why'd you say
restaurant.
belly like that?
Because what do you mean?
You like he's a big guy with a belly.
A belly.
Yeah.
Because I like his
Big
belly.
belly.
I know. And for the first time ever, we have matching bellies.
Aw.
I know.
6'1", 230. That's not fat unless you don't have like any muscle.
Yeah.
Like if you have a decent amount of muscle, it's like
He's got good muscle.
yeah, it's like pretty solid.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Anyway.
he's not fat.
Yeah. What do I do? We have to be. I feel like okay. The realistic, actual, unfunny answer, what I would do is we'd probably have a conversation where we would like literally talk about it, and then I would ask her ahead of time like, how should I go about this? Because I honestly don't know.
Okay.
Because I would want to be mindful of her feelings. I don't.
Is
I
she a
wouldn't wanna-
fit person?
Yeah, I think so.
Then she probably wouldn't let herself go.
I don't think so. She's on top of things.
I don't know. I mean, it's all fun and games until you get pregnant, and then you're out of control. You just a spiral down hill. So anyway, how long did it take you to tell her that you loved her?
I told her April. And so
I don't
we
need
were
a specific date, Austin. How was,
was,
it
I
like 3
believe it was,
weeks, a month? Did you wait a long time?
March or April 2017. I think I waited from when we were just like hooking up, it was a long time, I guess. It was probably a few months.
Before you said I love you.
Yeah, I think it was like
Did you say it first?
yeah.
Good.
We were outside of a sushi restaurant. And then she wasn't so like our friends were getting like a pinning like in like college when they're in the Greek life. Have you heard of this?
No.
So like Greek life people get pinned. It's like basically
What
getting
life people?
Greek life. Do you know what that is?
No. I didn't go to college.
You are from the 40s. Wait, you don't? Okay. So people in the backwards caps, frat guys
Frat guys.
and
Okay.
sorority girls.
Okay.
Yeah. They there's like I wasn't in it either, but I just knew of it because my friends were in it. But I wasn't accepted among them. But there's a thing called a pinning where it's like an engagement almost of like if you've been in a relationship for a long time, they do a pinning and a pinning party where it's like a couple that's been together in Greek life for a long time. So we went to my friend's pinning party, and then Marlena was invited to the after party, and I was kind of butthurt and offended because it was like my roommate, and he didn't invite her to the after party. I'm like, I'm dating her. And then I didn't go either. And then Mar and I were outside of a sushi restaurant, and then I cried and told her.
You loved her? Why'd you cry, pussy?
I don't know. It came up.
All your emotions like started rising up. Was she one of the first people you told that you
I don't want to go to the pinning without you. Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my God, I love you too," or why the fuck are you crying? Well, I guess coming from the girl who cries a lot.
I think she said it back. I actually don't remember if
you blacked out.
I think she did that day, or maybe a few days later. I don't remember.
A few days later?
I have to actually ask her. I forgot. That's probably bad.
Well, it doesn't matter. She said I do.
Yeah. Well, no. Wait, I do. That's when you get married, right?
Well, didn't you say like, will you marry me?
I will. Right? Yes is the answer. Right? Not I do.
I will. Oh, I guess it is I will. I don't know. My boyfriend hasn't proposed. I guess I'll have to find out whenever we get there. Who should pay on a first date?
Say, will you marry me? And you'll say, I do.
I'm just going to say, I do.
You're one shot.
Let's go to the courthouse right now. Yeah.
Okay.
I think when he proposes, I will go straight to the courthouse. I don't want to wait.
Really?
I've waited.
How long have you guys been dating?
Over 2 years, like 2.5 years.
And have you considered any of the other barbecue places?
No, I didn't go on like a barbecue. I don't even like barbecue, really.
Isn't there another one at Cooper's, right?
That is one.
Have you dated him?
No.
Cooper?
I'm not like, what is it called? I'm not a Jersey chaser for barbecue. Yeah, no. He's actually the first person I've ever dated that even owned a restaurant.
That sounds normal. Is that unusual?
Well, usually I date like other kinds of people. Like, yeah,
Do you usually date people that own other things? Like they own a lot of things.
He's the first time that... What?
I don't. You date people that own a lot.
No. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Like they have a lot of wealth. It sounds like.
Yeah, I usually date people who do well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer that.
Okay. Who'd you date before Terry Black?
Terry Black is his father. That'd be so weird.
Okay.
Before him, I dated an actor on Game of Thrones.
What are you saying? Are you serious?
Yeah.
How?
His name was Iwan Rayon.
Which one was it?
He was the guy. Remember the scenes where the one guy cut off the balls of another guy? He was
that
like
was
torturing.
almost every scene, I feel like.
Come on, I don't know. I don't even know what his name was in the fucking show. Who?
No.
Ramsey Bolton?
Ramsey Bolton, yeah.
Wait, you dated the guy?
This guy.
Who, with the sausage?
That guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was my boyfriend right before Mark.
What?
Yeah. He's actually a real sweetheart.
They all involve meat in a way.
God.
Because there's that famous scene where he's like eating the sausage.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that was my boyfriend before.
This is crazy. I'm more interested in this. Who are these people?
He was a famous actor. What what is your exit strategy on a terrible first date?
I went on a first date once in college with this girl who revealed to me when I got there immediately that she was extremely schizophrenic. And I didn't know what to do.
Oh my
And then she started
gosh.
like walking me through like her mental ailments and
This is a first date?
Yeah.
How did you meet this person?
On Tinder when I was like 19 or something.
Okay.
And then I was texting my friend like I don't know what to do. And because it like you can't leave because it like they're emotionally like I felt like she was emotionally unstable. It'd be like really mean. Like she just told me this vulnerable thing and then I just leave.
So what did you do?
I stayed and we discussed her mental ailment.
And
I stayed about an hour and a half.
Was this the only date you had with this person?
Yeah.
Good for you.
And then I left. I was actually really bad at exiting. I didn't have an exit. I would often stay until there was no, like, the only obvious thing was for me to leave.
Really? Yeah.
I would stay until I didn't know what to do.
Until the conversation was so
Oh,
done.
it was so bad. I had a lot of situations like that, actually.
How do you break up with someone? Do you ghost them?
No, that's horrible.
Oh, really?
I think so. I feel like ghosting.
I don't know. That's what I do.
You did that to Game of Thrones guy?
No, we broke up and then we just didn't talk for 2 years. We literally broke, like, it was like an actual breakup.
You talked about it.
Yeah, we had a conversation. I was devastated. He was not.
But I mean, at least if you have I feel you owe the other person like an open conversation.
Yeah.
Probably in person.
Yeah.
And you talk to them. I mean, it depends how long you've been dating, but I imagine you should at least owe them
Yeah.
that.
We were doing really good. He had a child at the time that was like 3, and we were long distance. He lived in London. And so we traveled back and forth to visit each other. And then I was going to go visit him and stay for like a month. And I think it overwhelmed him, the thought of that. I had never met his son before.
Wow.
So at the time, and we were dating for a while, like 7 months or something.
That's crazy.
And then I was going to come out there, and about 2 weeks before I flew out, he kind of had like a little mental breakdown, and he was like, I'm not ready for this. I feel like if you come out here, things are just going to we're going to get even more close. And I just don't want to he was like you going to Cabo with 300 condoms. He was like, I don't want to commit.
But he's like 30.
He was older than that, I think, too.
Wow.
But yeah, anyway, he couldn't handle a serious relationship and didn't want me to move to London because we were talking about how we were going to be together at the time.
That's crazy. And you found him in the credits of Game of Thrones?
No, actually, I met him on a dating app called Raya.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how the celebrities meet.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
He hit me up one time when I was in London. I was on tour. I was doing stand up in London, and he was like, "Can we meet up?" And I couldn't. I was busy. I was like, "I actually don't have time to meet you." And
Wow.
so
And
then
that hooked him.
yeah, and then we talked like on FaceTime and stuff for like a month, and then he flew me out to Wales. He was filming a movie.
Oh my God.
And I stayed in Wales and London for like 2 weeks.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, and then we dated for like 7 months.
Well, I think it makes sense. You did it correctly.
Yeah.
You guys had a conversation.
Yeah, we did.
Don't ghost. That's bad. Do some people say ghosting on this? No way.
I don't think anyone has actually said ghosting yet.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just a really easy way out.
I feel like it's just really immature.
Yeah. Do you get jealous easily?
I do, but luckily Marlena doesn't. Nothing happens where I would feel.
She's not like a big flirtatious girl.
Not really. She makes the boundaries pretty clear, I feel like, with people. Even though she gets along well with everyone. But like it's never like super like flirty. Yeah. And she doesn't have to worry about this.
What?
Me. She doesn't have to worry about me. So.
Like going out and cheating on her or something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm just like kind of goofy. I'm not like I don't get people in my DMs. Like maybe once a year I'll get like, I have a lot of Instagram followers, but I never get like, people aren't pining after me.
Yeah.
I post weird Zuckerberg videos, like him crawling on the ceiling with his legs inverted. No one's like, I want that. I'm posting videos. I'm like, hi there. Hey, welcome to Meta. Like, no one's like, yep, let me slide into that. But you know what's funny? I get gay Republican men who slide into my DMs.
Really?
Yes.
How do you know that they're gay Republican men?
They announce it.
They're like, hi, I'm a gay Republican and I want to suck your dick.
More or less. I've got like, at first when I started going viral, there was this one account called The Gay Who Strayed who started sharing all of my Trump impressions. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know, it turned out like a lot of the people that like Trump and Biden impressions are all just generally conservative. Just both of the impressions. Like liberal people don't really want to hear a Trump impression. And then the Biden, they're like, they feel bad for him.
What I like about a Trump impersonation is that you do the hands and you do the face. It's like,
We get into it.
yeah.
So this account, The Gay Who Strayed, she was this alt-right lesbian account. And she started sharing my stuff, and all of these gay Republicans started following me, and they slid into my DMs. And I remember I posted a photo of me getting like the vaccine. And they were like, that vaccine's gonna kill you.
Such a turn off for
But
a
in your
gay
next
Republican
video, we want to
man.
see some more chest hair.
Okay.
That's what they were saying. They were sliding into my DMs and saying stuff like that.
They were giving you tips and
but
tricks.
it was like a ton. And that was it.
How did you propose to Mar-a-Lago?
Mar-a-Lago. So it was actually really in depth. It was pretty detailed. I don't even know if you'll have enough time for it.
We have time,
Okay. So it was,
but make it fast.
I'll try.
Just joking.
It's hard. It
Was it
actually
really
long.
intricate?
It was
really?
actually really intricate.
I'm actually really enthused to hear this.
Are you enthused?
I'm enthused.
Okay.
I'm
Enthused. Okay. So she was telling me, we kind of talked about that this year we would get engaged. Like it wasn't like a huge surprise where like, oh, when is he just going to do it? We talked about it last year and we're like, okay, we probably should do it soon. And she would always like show me these TikToks of like ideas she liked of different types of proposals and like, look at this one, look at that. So like one that she liked was like involved like a scavenger hunt. She said that she wanted like her sisters to be involved. She has two sisters. One was living in Spain and just moved back to LA, and the other lives in New York, and then some of her best friends. And then we like went and looked to pick out a ring together in May to just like get ideas. So then I was originally going to propose in early June in New York. And I remember it was the end of April and I was planning on like having all of our friends come and fly out for it. And I was leaving for a show to Seattle for Tech Row show. And as I'm leaving early in the morning and I'm going to be gone for like a week, I'm like, something happened. I don't remember what she said, but she was like, I'm feeling like she knew that like a proposal was coming up soon, like at some point this year. She's like, I'm just feeling really anxious about things. I'm like, what do you mean? And I was like about to text, like it was a little cutoff where I'm like, I need to text everyone today. And I was planning on texting them to buy their flights and stuff. She's like, I don't know. I'm just like feeling really anxious. Like if you're leaving all the time for touring and I just don't know. I'm just feeling really anxious about us getting engaged right now. I don't know. I'm just feeling nervous about it. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh. And then I'm like, I had to go like in 3 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, I was going to have everyone come and I like told her like this plan. I'm like, I was going to have your friends come and then they were going to fly out and I was going to text them today. And like, why would you tell me that? And then she was like really upset and she's like, why did you tell me that? Like I spoiled this proposal date. It was like really bad. And and then I left and went on the plane and then I talked to her when I got to Seattle. And we talked about it. She's like, yeah, I don't know. I was just feeling pretty anxious. And then we just like talked about it, everything, and like some things that she was just like worried about. And then she's like, okay, yeah, it's fine now. I feel fine. So she was just like feeling anxious and I immediately got anxious myself and then acted on it and then totally ruined.
Well, you
the first
had every
proposal
right
day.
to feel that way because if you're about to
I was about to do all these things. I was freaking out.
Yeah,
I
and
probably
then
should have
she's-
hesitated before.
gets cold feet and she's
Telling
like,
her the whole
I'm having
plan.
second thoughts.
Yeah.
I would flip out too. I'd be like,
I freaked out and I told her the whole plan. Yeah.
I would too. I think at that point I would unravel. And I would be like,
unraveled.
well, this is what I was about to do.
That's what I did.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah. And then I'm like, fuck, well, now I can't do it. And then everything was genuinely fine after. And she was like, I was just feeling super anxious.
So then
I
it-
wish she didn't tell me that, but it's okay.
And then what? So then when you actually did propose to her.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, well, spring in New York would have been good. Summer's too hot, sucks. And then it's horrible in the summer. It's like a swamp.
Yeah.
You can't do it. And then I was like, what other date? And then I thought of September 21st because every year she always likes to dance to the like September song by Earth, Wind and Fire.
Mm-hmm.
And she would always like every year like make it a point to like go out with her friends. And then she like makes a video of every year like the 21st night of September to that song and like kind of stitches like a little video together.
Okay.
And then this year it was like on a Saturday. So I made this whole plan where I was going to have everyone come for September 21st. I made it somewhat of a scavenger hunt. We both like Shrek. So my friend it starts out as my friend. So, okay, Marlena's meeting with her sister in Madison Park at like 9:30 in the morning. And then I have my friend dressed as a 1600s medieval like herald, like the trumpeter guy, like in the beginning of Shrek 2. He just comes out of nowhere in the park. He's like, and then he like unravels this enormous scroll. And Marlena sees him because she like knows like my friend is from LA. So first of all, she's like, how the fuck is he in the park right now? What's happening? And then before she can even react, he's like, hear ye, Princess Marlena. I hereby invite you to embark upon a royal scavenger hunt, and upon the end of which you will find true love's first kiss. And there was like this whole speech. It's like, yours truly, Moose Charming, XOXO. And then he gives her this pebble, like this is like the first gift, because I always used to call her like a pebble, it's like a nickname. And then a note card that with like some sort of like rhyme on it, and then an address. And then she goes to the first place, and it's like a place where she gets her nails done. And she shows up there. And she always indicated she sort of wanted to know in the beginning that the proposal was happening. Like she didn't
I
want.
think getting your nails done is a tell sign.
Well, or the guy with the trumpet. Like,
That's
from
also
LA.
very.
And then so she goes to get her nails done, and then one of her best friends who she thought was going to be out of town that weekend, and then her sister turn around, and they're like happy, and they see each other, and they get their nails done together, and then she gets another gift that's like, so the next clue is like, here's a princess deserves her favorite flowers or something like that. And then I intentionally left flowers that I would always mistake as her favorite flowers, like these yellow daisies with yellow centers, but she always likes white daisy or white on the outside, yellow center. So I would always mix them up. So I give them the wrong ones. And then another card comes, it's like, oh, I meant these. And then the actual flowers come out. And then she goes to another location. And then it's like looking, what was the clue? It's like looking for a girl in finance or in FIDI, 38 Bond Street. And it was like the address to this place. And it's like that meme on TikTok. And then her friend appears at the place and like has a bunch of dresses. Like they summon her. They're like, one of the friends that's with Marlene is like, only if we had something to try on or something. And then a friend comes out of the dressing room with like all these dresses. That was another surprise from LA, one of her friends, Doreen. And then she came, they picked out a dress, and then they went to the next place. They got sugarfish. We would always get sugarfish together. Then she went and got, oh yeah, God, this is such a weird thing. So how could I even explain
How long
the
does this
context
go?
of this?
So you had this girl go. This is exhausting.
Are you exhausted?
I'd be like, just fucking give me a ring, dude.
So then, this is a crazy thing.
You're so romantic, though. Have you always been this romantic?
No,
This is the only time?
I'm not usually. I don't know. I feel like I'm not usually.
This is extremely romantic. This is like out of a movie.
It was crazy. So there was this inside joke where I would have these underwear that were so tattered and ripped up that so I was in Seattle for a year after college, and you're like, how can I listen to this anymore? But I had these.
You're making my boyfriend look so bad.
I had these underwear. No, this probably would make him look good. I had these underwear that were my legs are so huge. So like they chafe so much. So my underwear only lasts like a year max. So I had these underwear that were so riddled with holes that the whole thing was like capsized. It was just a kilt.
I've seen those.
It was just a full kilt, just a dress, like a skirt. And Marlene and I called it the kilt. So then one of the gifts was they handed her the kilt, I made another version of the kilt, a replica, and they handed it to her, and then the card said, "You'll find another blowout at this location," and then it was, to get their hair like blow drying at Dry Bar, and then they did their hair, and they other friends joined along the way, and then she met me. The final place was Central Park. It was like meet me at the swamp, and it was like this really swamp-like part of the park with a gazebo, and this violinist guy playing the beginning of the Shrek fairy tale song. It's like on the violin, And then we were both like tearing up because it was the first time we saw each other, and she just went on this whole thing from 9:30 in the morning to like 6 p.m. And then she thought I was gonna propose at that gazebo, and then
You didn't?
and I'm like, our chariot is here, and then my brother.
Oh my fucking God.
And then my brother is in like a vest, my like super Italian American seeming brother. He pulls up, he's like, all right, guys, get in. And he pulls up on a rowboat. He's like, all right, come on. And then Marlena gets in, then I get in, and I weigh so much more than Marlena, so we're just like going in S's along the park because he's trying to go straight. He's like, dude, you're so fucking fat. And it's like, it wasn't. My brother talking the whole time wasn't that romantic.
Okay, and then what?
And then we get to the point, the place to propose. We get out, and it's like on top of this rock that overlooks the park. And I remember I told my friend who was helping film this, and so my friend was filming on. We had a videographer, a photographer. I'm like, just make sure everyone's out of sight. We get off onto the rock from the boat. First thing I see is Brandon, who works for Tech Roast Show, with a telephoto lens in our face, just like standing right there. I'm like, dude. But it was kind of funny.
Like
because,
as if she didn't see it coming.
yeah, I know. I'm like, he's standing right there. But in a way, it was like cute because it was almost like a cameo of like now everyone from Tech Roast Show, who she knows obviously for a long time, is like helping and filming it.
Yeah.
Like it's a production. And then on the rock, I proposed. And then all like 35 people came and rushed the rock afterwards. And like it was our close friends.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
There will never be another story like that ever again
Yeah.
on this show. I can guarantee you.
You
take
will never
the cake.
hear another story again after this.
That was
So boring. Snooze fest.
no. It wasn't boring. It's just so many links.
Yeah.
But how long did it take you to plan that?
So I sort of planned it. And then afterwards there was
There's more?
Yeah, there was a party. We rented out like
Your proposal story's done. How long did
after party
okay.
pizza.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I
Like, were you pondering on this for weeks?
no, I kind of just like me and my brother and my dad were on the flight back. We went on like a trip, like a family trip for the first time in years. And on the way back, I was like, I told Jared to sit next to me and my brother, and I'm like, all right, let's come up with this proposal plan. And he's giving me all these ideas. He's like, dude, what if like you come out? And I'm like, actually, let me just do it myself. So then I just like cranked it out. I just put my headphones in, and I'm like, okay, scavenger hunt. I don't know. I just kind of brainstormed like a thing really fast. And I'm like, how do I make it? Like, we don't really have a lot of history in New York. We're mostly in LA.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
You did something cute. You took a scene out of a movie and you elongated it so long that she probably slept really good that night.
Yeah. So then I'm like, let me just bring all of our LA friends and like inside jokes to make it work in New York. And then I had all these calls with like her friends, where there's like different group chats. There's like a production group chat. I made a call sheet.
Unbelievable.
It was like really intense.
Intricate.
We
Yeah.
had to do like, I had to meet up with them to make sure like the different groups to make sure everyone knows exactly what they have to do.
Wow.
It was pretty intense.
Well, I can see why you would flip out when she was like, I'm having second thoughts. It's
Yeah.
like,
Well, that was before I came up with that whole plan after that whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
But yeah.
I can tell how much energy you put into it.
Yeah.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
I think we're all, that's the best story I've heard. It's the longest,
It's longest.
but that's the best.
The best.
The best.
You
outside
didn't
of-
expect it from little Trump Jr.
Aside from Mark Norman peeing in a bush and pulling a ring out of his underwear.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what he did?
That's what he did. He didn't know how to get the ring out, so he just peed in a bush and then got the ring out and then proposed. Yeah. Good old
Did she
Mark
like it?
Norman. Yeah, she said yes. She married that guy. Where can people find you?
Oh, people can find me at Austin Nasso on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Everywhere. And I'm also, like you said, one of the co-founders of Tech Roast Show. So at Tech Roast Show, you can see me roasting tech people with Jesse and Nikita. And I am going on tour for my stand-up.
Congrats.
Thanks. So that's why I'm in Austin. I'm doing a show that will have been last week for those listening.
Yeah.
And I'm also doing some shows in December and January in Orlando and Nashville and Stanford and New York. And then I'm going to India with Tech Rose Show in October.
Wow.
And we're going to Portland, Vancouver, and Seattle in November, and then San Francisco in December.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What a sketch.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I love it.
I hope she doesn't have second thoughts again.
She's not allowed to.
Yeah.
After that proposal,
No.
she's tied in. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First